So tonight I'm competing in the Twilight Cup and I've just finished getting my team ready, and yeah, I left it full last minute. But this time around, as I was going through, I noticed that a lot of the main counters I'm actually missing, and it was really too late to go out and hunt a lot of them. So a lot of my team is actually made up of a lot of the alternative counters, so it's hopefully going to be a little bit different, and I'll see actually how it goes. Again, I spent about 500,000 stardust getting my team ready, but a lot of the Pokemon that I powered up were either 100%ers or ones that I think I'll end up using again. So that actually determined a lot of the choices that I ended up making as well, because I figured that, you know, I'd be happy powering up the ones that had the better stats. So we'll quickly get into which ones I actually chose, and my main one is this Muck. It's a 100% Muck. This one I spent about 90,000 stardust on powering it up and unlocking a second move for. So yeah, it has the moveset Poison Jab, Thunder Punch, and Sludge Wave. So I thought that it's a fairly tanky Pokemon and will be fairly useful in future PvP, so that was pretty much one of the reasons why I ended up choosing this one to power up. So the next one is my 100% Umbreon, and this one only took one power up to get to where I wanted to. It's basically just a filler Pokemon at the end. I was contemplating either this or Quillfish, and this one ended up being the one because it's 100% and it only took one power up to get to the level that I wanted it at, so cheap investment. And yeah, this one I didn't unlock a second move on as well, just because 75,000 stardust for a filler, I thought it probably really wasn't much point doing that. Next one I chose was a Alolan Ninetales, and this one again was a fairly cheap investment for me to get to where it was, so that's why I chose it over Azumarill, which probably would have cost me over 200,000 stardust to get to a level and unlock its move. So yeah, I chose this one instead. So it's got Powder Snow, Ice Beam, and Psyshock, so it's probably again a fairly useful Pokemon, and it should have fairly good coverage. The next one that I chose was my alternative to Toxicroak, just because none of the Croagunks that I had were going to be good to use. One was going to evolve too low and cost too much to power up, and the other one was going to evolve too high, and that was the one with the better IVs. So instead I decided to go with Nidoqueen. This one's 96%. So this one took very little powering up. I powered it up like 2 or 3 times and then unlocked its second move, so it only ended up costing about 55,000 stardust. And yeah, it's another one that has really good coverage, so I figured that it was a good one to choose. So the second last one that I chose was 100% Venomoth. I caught this one as a Venomoth, so it took a bit of powering up. It was only at like 600 CP or something like that when I caught it, so this one was the most expensive one. It was like the Medicham from the last tournament. This one cost me about 110,000 stardust to power up to the right level and to unlock its second move. It's just a shame that it doesn't have the legacy move Poison Fang, but this one is the one that I chose for my Toxicroak counter just because it hits very hard, and it's also fairly tanky as well, so it should be able to withstand some of the other counters that it's put up against. So the last one that I went with was a shiny Venusaur with Frenzy Plant. It's actually the only one that was low enough to be able to power up. Its stats are the worst out of all the Pokemon that I went with, but it's the only one that has Frenzy Plant that I could actually power up to get into the Great League. So this one only cost about 40,000 stardust to get ready, so another cheap investment, but again, it was another filler Pokemon, so I didn't really want to spend too much. So yeah, this was the one that I chose. But yeah, they're my 6 Pokemon, so I'm going to head off in about 5 minutes or so, and yeah, we'll see how we do in this tournament. We came second last time. Again, it's only about going and having a bit of fun, so if we can win it, awesome, but if not, better luck next time. So yeah, I'll head off and I will see you guys there. Alright, awesome, we're all down here and the tournament's just about to start. I've got my first matchup, so we'll get into this and yeah, we will see how we go. So, let's get at it.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too.
I would just go with this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with this.
Alright, good luck. hurt me though. I had a charge move ready to go as well, so.
Happened to be last one just before.
Oh well, round 1 is over and I have lost, so I don't think I'll be coming second this time, but we'll on to our next batch and see how we do in that one.
Just got one last charge off that drew the shield. What do you got? What's he got? Oh, you're cooked.
Nice, son.
You're deep fried.
I know you got a charge attack off straight away.
Nah, it was vice grip,
Yeah.
Good game.
Alright, well, we got the second one, so we're 1 win, 1 loss, so we're about to get our next challenger. So we'll pick it up with the next battle. See you guys soon. It is. So we just won round 3, so we'll get our next opponent, and I think this might be the last round, so yeah, we might actually place pretty well. We've only lost the 1 so far, so see you guys in the next battle. Alright, sweet as, last round, so let's see how we can do. Good luck. You too, mate.
ones it is. Depends on how much damage this one does. Oh yeah, it's very tight.
Centauri,
It's me! I'm up there, guys.
Oh no, I want to.
Hey!
Oh, then I keep average.
the points of the bracket.
Oh, I wouldn't do a charge, man. Oh, it was there, man. Didn't do it. Oh, well.
Get the best
Good game, man. That was probably the closest one, so good game.
Alright, so that one was actually a really close one. So we're 3 wins, 1 loss. So we'll round it up to see where I placed. And yeah, we'll wrap this one up. So see you guys soon. So wrapping up this video, I ended up coming 3rd in the rankings. It's equal 2nd with a couple other trainers, but yeah, I was ranked 3rd in that, but I'll take that. It was a good day. So yeah, it was really just that first battle that if I chose my Pokemon a little bit differently, it may have gone another way, but like I said, it doesn't really matter. It's not about winning, it's just about going and having some fun. And yeah, a couple of other of my matches were actually fairly close. As you saw, one of the guys was using his Dustox and used Silverwind and actually got the stat boost from it, and yeah, that totally changed that battle, and I probably would have got him with my Nidoqueen, but as soon as that happened, yeah, he just munched it. So yeah, he got really lucky in that battle, but it's just one of those strategies that you can't really plan for. You're not expecting it to happen, and when it happens, yeah, there's not really much you can do about it. So again, I'd like to thank everybody that actually planned the tournament, James and the rest of the guys. Yeah, thanks for actually having the Discord channels and all that sort of stuff so we can actually run this. So all that's left now is to get ready for the Tempest Cup, which is being held next month. And yeah, that's electric, flying, ground and ice types. So there's a couple of Pokemon that we used in the Boulder Cup that'll probably make a reappearance. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting types there. I'm interested to see what electric and ice types will like. Well, Manaswine will definitely be one of the main ice types. But it'll be interesting to see what electric types will actually be the most useful during this meta. So I'll wrap this one up here. But yeah, remember to like, comment and subscribe. And let me know how you guys went in your tournament. But yeah, stay safe, happy hunting. And I'll see you guys in the next one.